Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome or welcome back. It's BK Tarot here. So today is going to be a new topic for our pick a card reading today. I felt called to do this reading. So this is for my business owners, my content creators, my artists, my creatives, my celebrities, people who are entrepreneurs, people who are, trying to make a name for themselves and trying to start their business, grow their business, and or maintain their business. This reading is for you, okay? So we're going to get into it and see what do people like, how do people feel about your content? I don't know how I'm going to word the title, but we're going to get into it and see how are people receiving your content so far? How are people liking, like if you're a music artist or upcoming artist or a musician or something, we're going to see how people like your content, how people feel about your content. Okay. So we're using the Dream Decoder deck. So we have group 1 with this card. We have group 2 with this card. We have group 3. And we have group 4. All right, take a second, decide which group you're the most drawn to. Remember, this is a general reading, so some things may or may not resonate. So take whatever resonates and leave the rest. If not, you can always feel free to pick more than one group. All right, so we're going to get into it for y'all. Group 1. Hello, group 1. How are y'all doing today? This is your card here. So, like I said, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. So for you guys, I feel like your content may be very in-depth. It may be very deep and very touching to people's emotions. Like your content may invoke emotions out of people. So I'm feeling like you could be someone who sings, raps. You could play some type of instrument. You could be a poet, some type of speaker in some type of way. Or like if you're a speaker or something, you could maybe sell your poetry or write books or something like that. But whatever your content is, it's relating to something very like emotionally provoking to your viewers and things like that, to your consumers. That's what I'm getting so far. And whatever it is, it seems like people are really into it. It feels like people are like enmeshed into whatever this content is or whatever this artwork is that you create. You even could be an artist, like where you paint or you draw or something, and your artwork may be very intense or provoke or invoke some type of like emotional intensity out of people. Okay. Yeah. So your content may make some people like put their hand on their chin or rub their chin to like think, because like your content may be very eccentric or unique, and it may give them a new perspective about something that your content is relating to. Okay. I hope this is making sense, y'all. This is a very new topic, so just bear with me as I channel. All right. So that's what I'm getting so far. I'm hearing you could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. All right, and we're going to get into it with the astro dice. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, higher self. What do people think, or how do people feel about group 1's content? So we have Mars. Yeah. Mars, 8th house in Libra. So your content makes people feel connected to you in some type of way, but your content can also make some people feel more deeply connected to themselves, because whatever your content is, it may reveal like a lot of new information to them, or it may open up their mind about something that you are giving to your viewers or to your consumers. Okay. Like your content can be very striking or very intense. I keep getting that word. Like whatever you do or whatever your artwork is or whatever music you have or artwork you have, whatever it is, some I'm getting like some or most people feel like it's very intense, but I heard they dig it, they relate to it. So I'm hearing like um maybe one of you was born like in the 90s or late 80s, like the early 90s, late 80s. You could have been born in, or whatever your content is relating to, it could have influences from the 90s era, the 80s or 90s era. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I'm heavily getting like maybe a handful of you are music artists in some type of way. So you write music, or you rap, you sing, you perform. Maybe even for one of you, you could be a dancer. One of you could be an exotic dancer, or you could dance very sensually or very like powerfully. I'm hearing like contemporary dance or hip hop dance. So that could be you also. Okay. I'm hearing one of you could be starting a YouTube channel relating to dance or relating to some type of movement. All right. Let's keep going. I'll get two from this deck. This is my animal spirit guide deck. So yeah, you could be a water sign, heavy Scorpio. You could be a Libra or a Libra or Aries, or yeah, it's like heavy Scorpio here. So Scorpio, Aries, Libra, or the other water signs. Also, your content can relate to maybe you could have deep conversations about relationships or about partnerships. You could be a relationship coach or a life coach or a counselor or something, and you could talk about relationships. You can maybe talk about your experience in relationships or something like that, and it helps other people with their lives or with their relationships. So guys, how do people feel about group one's content? How do people feel about group one's content? All right, we have the earthworm. So guys, how do people feel about group one's content? Spirit guys, how do people feel about group one's content? Okay, and we have the butterfly. Yeah. Okay, so for the earthworm, earthworms are in the ground, in the soil, things like that. There's nutrition in the soil, everything. But it's like, in order for you to get that nutrition, you have to go deep and very deep within that soil. You have to sit with it. So it's like, I don't know. You guys could be, I heard higher learning. So some of y'all could be a teacher in some type of way. I heard a preacher. Yeah, maybe one of you could be a preacher. Okay, that's cool. Um, but yeah, it's like you kind of bring people back down to earth, or you ground people with your content, even if it's intense, even if it may be a new perspective for them or something they've never heard before. It's like, it could also be like you're taking people out of, out of their comfort zone, but you're taking people out of their mind and getting them back grounded into reality, because you may attract people who are overthinkers, who are in their head a lot, who could have anxiety, who could have PTSD, things like that. And whatever the content is you provide, it's like you soothe people's souls. Wow. Whoever you are, your content is very deep and very touching for people. Okay. And then it's like, after they consume your content or listen to your content, or see your videos or whatever, it's like they are transformed in some type of way. And it's like you kind of give them a little bit more confidence than what they had before, because like I said, you could be a motivational speaker, a teacher, or something like that, and you could be inspiring and motivating people with your content in some type of way, even if that's not what your intention was for your content. Whatever it is that you're doing is like encouraging people and motivating them in some type of way. Wow. Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay. Yeah, definitely one of you definitely could be an artist. in some type of way. I'm hearing like splatter art or abstract artists or something. I'm hearing graffiti. You could like to like your art could contain a lot of colors, or like your content could involve a lot of colors or something. I'm hearing like watercolor. I'm hearing even like nails. Like you could be a what do you call it? A nail tech or something. You could do hair, something. Something. So just take whatever resonates. It's a lot of y'all watching. So yeah, let's keep going. Spirit guys, how do people view group one's content? Or how do people feel about group one's content? Okay, so we have Pan, which is the devil. And don't be scared. It's not a bad thing when it comes to tarot. It's just a type of energy and it has different meanings. But let's see what else we get. Spirit team. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. We got the 10 of Cups. And dang. King of... Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to make sure everything is in frame here. But let's see, Spirit team, how do people feel about group one's content? And then we have 5 of Cups. I heard, so you kind of take people out of their misery. Like I said, you like transform people's way of thinking. You take people out of their head. You kind of help people maybe grow up and mature a little bit and maybe focus more on the practical instead of focusing on like the what ifs. It's like you can probably bring people back to balance if they are out of balance, especially like anything mentally, or if they're out of balance with some type of relationships or partnerships or something. It's like you bring the pieces back together for other people, and people really enjoy this. Wow. Okay. And then we got the 10 of Cups. Let me get one more. Spirit team, how do people view group one's content? Wow. The Lovers here. Interesting. And then we have this card on the back here. So you help people find happiness within themselves in some type of way. It's like if people have a challenging life, a tough life going on or whatever, whenever they see your content, whenever they view your content, whenever they consume your content and whatever it is, it's like they feel better about themselves and they feel more connected to themselves. Okay, I know it sounds very deep, but I feel like this is like what your content is doing for people. Like you help people tap into their intuition, you help them tap into their more emotional side. What you do could relate to family matters, dealing with family, different relationships within the family. One of you guys could do something relating to children or youth. Okay. Yeah, you can help people release maybe some bad habits, bad thinking. You can help people release shoot, I should be covering this, shouldn't I? Does that work? I guess. I don't know. You help people release like unhealthy coping mechanisms, maybe bad habits or addictions they have. And yeah, it's like for some of you, you could just make people think really deeply about whatever it is. Yeah. And you can help people see the bright side of their life and what their experience is like outside of the pessimistic side. You can make people feel more optimistic based on your content and things like that. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Alrighty. So we have water signs, heavy, earth signs, air signs, heavy Capricorn, heavy Scorpio. All right. Group one. That was interesting, right? So let's get into it for group two. All right, group two. So people are definitely intrigued by, I heard people are definitely intrigued by your social media. I'm hearing you could be a fashion artist, or you could do something with fashion, beauty, hair, nails, makeup, shoes, fabric. Yeah, you could do something relating to that, and you could have some type of business in that. You could be a part of marketing. One of you guys could be an affiliate marketer or looking into doing affiliate marketing, things like that. One of you could be on Amazon, like your content could be on Amazon, or you're thinking about um, putting your content on Amazon. Okay. But yeah, people are definitely tuned in to whatever excuse me, people are definitely tuned in to whatever it is that you're sharing. Okay. Yeah, people are like people are definitely mesmerized by whatever content you share. Some of you guys could be heard bodybuilders, or some of you guys could do something relating to health and wellness and fitness. But I'm hearing like for you guys in group 2, maybe a handful of you guys, like the content is involving you using your body parts in some type of way. So that can be like your body, your face, your hair, whatever, whatever your content is, it can relate to something on your body. Maybe for one of you, you're a tattoo artist. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting that, but one of you could be a tattoo artist. Okay. And one of you could be like a travel blogger also. You could be a travel blogger, or you could be a food blogger. Um, or you can travel to different cities or different communities and test out different foods or test out different like activities that are in those areas. Okay, but yeah, people definitely enjoy it. Whatever you post, they're mesmerized by it. Sheesh. So your content is very magnetic. You yourself could have a very magnetic energy. Okay, you could be someone who has siren eyes or very like cat eye eyes, or you could be someone who does like nice eyeshadow, or what is it, the eyeliner, like the cat eyeliner. Something about your eyes is very interesting. So some of you guys could wear glasses, some of you guys could wear contacts. Something about like your face is very prominent. Okay. Or like I said, whatever your content involves, it could involve your body. And I'm also heavily getting like your face. So you could be a makeup artist, or you could try out different like skincare products or something on your face. Okay. Spirit guides, how do people view group two's content? Or how do people feel about it? Whatever. I don't know what the topic is going to be. But we got Sun, yeah, we got Aries, wow, and fifth house. Yep, yep. We got heavy Leo here and heavy Aries. So this is fire sign energy. So y'all are I heard y'all are very powerful, magnetic, attractive, fun, playful, flirty, very creative. So for one of you guys, the content you share could be very different each day. Like it could bring different experiences for your consumers or for your viewers each day, or with each thing that you post, or with each thing that you share, because you are someone who could be someone who has like a lot of different type of ideas relating to your content. So you share and upload different types of content relating to your specific niche, and people really enjoy it. Like for some of you, you could make people feel like nostalgic about what you post or what you share or what people consume. And it also can tune people into like their inner child in some type of way, or make people laugh. Like one of you guys could be a comedian, or post content that is like supposed to be funny, or you know it's supposed to be like funny in some type of way, or make people laugh. So yeah, people really enjoy it. Okay. One of you could be a hothead. Okay, and you could maybe be someone who shares your views about the things that you're interested in, or like you could have very strong opinions about certain things. You could share that and talk about that, and people enjoy it. Spirit guys, how do people feel about group two's content? All right, we have the hyena. Let me make sure I move this up this time. Oop, that was the, where was that? The sun. I'm picking up on like gardening. So you could be someone who does gardening or shares content about something you're doing outside. People are intrigued and consumed by it. Ooh. Okay, hold on. This card came out. Yeah. Okay, we have the horse. Interesting. So, did I say that in this one or this one? Yeah, in this one. So, yeah, definitely for one of you, you travel for work or you do something involving traveling or movement. Um, yeah, and then see with the hyena, that's about we know hyenas for having like their funny laugh, or I don't even know if it's a laugh, it's some type of noise they make. But it sounds like laughing. So this just confirms that one of you guys could be a comedian, or one, or the content that you share is funny in some type of way. Or if your content is not even supposed to be funny, it just makes people smile or makes people chuckle or laugh. um maybe because you're just being yourself, you're being authentic, and this is what people enjoy about you. You could be someone who has long beautiful hair, you could be someone who has braids. Yeah, one of you definitely could be a hairstylist for sure. One of you could be tall and slim and petite. I think that's the same thing, right? Yeah. You could be tall and petite. um It's like, even though you have content that could be very spontaneous or adventurous or fun and playful, people still consider you to be someone who is down to earth. And I think that's because like you make content that is very relatable. And I feel like when you're posting your content, or if you talk or do voiceovers for your content, you could like talk about like real life or personal stories relating to the content you share. I hope that makes sense. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Okay, this one fell. Knight of Pentacles. Spirit guides, how do people feel about group two's content? Wow. The Empress. Yeah. You're definitely a very good looking person. Like you, what is it? You're a sight for sore eyes. Like you are eye candy. Whoever you are, masculine, feminine, whoever you are, however you identify, like you're a sight for sore eyes. People love looking at you. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of yellow. You could be someone who likes to wear bright colors. You could like to wear yellow. You could look really good in the color yellow. But yeah, you definitely shine really bright. I'm hearing you could be people's like one of their favorite content creators to watch on social media or whatever you do. Whatever it is relating to, like you're one of their favorites. Okay. And you could have recently have been like, for you, group two, behind the scenes, you could have been slowly building and slowly working on something behind the scenes, and maybe recently you released it, and it's drawing more people and more viewers to you, more consumers to your content or to your artwork or to whatever it is. um I was going to say something else. Yeah, it's drawing people closer to you. You're becoming more magnetic because of this new beginning and this new creative like idea that you have shared. If you have not shared it already, maybe one or two of you are thinking of making a pivot or switching up something right now as you're watching this video. Okay. Yeah, it's like for you guys, group two, maybe one or two of you are definitely working on something behind the scenes. Spirit guys, how do people feel about group two's content? Yep, Page of Cups. Well, yeah, you have some people who have crushes on you. You could have one or two people, or yeah, one or two people who see you as a role model and want to do what you do. Um, yeah, yeah, you definitely have people who are looking up to you, who want to be like you, and then you also have people who are crushing on you. Yeah, you're definitely good looking, whoever you are. Group 2, like, y'all look good. I don't care how you feel about yourself or whatever, you look good, okay? So just accept it. Accept it. We have 2 of Swords. So maybe some of your content could be like foreshadowy. I think that's the word. So like you could create content where on here you could do like skits or videos that are like uh scripted or something. But like, what am I trying to say? The videos that you post, this is for one specific person. The videos that you post, it's like at the end of the video, you end it on a cliffhanger, and then at the next video you share, you know, it picks back up from where it left off for one of you. Okay. Or if that's not the case, it's like you could tie in your previous video to like your future video that you share. So it's like, I don't know, if you are a hairstylist or something, and one day you share a video about braids or something, and then in the next video, you're doing like a sew-in or something. In that sewing video, you could be talking about something relating to the previous video, relating to braids or something you were talking about in that video. And maybe you could even link that braids video to the sewing video that you've posted so that people can go back to that content if they are new. Okay. I hope I'm making sense, y'all. I hope I'm making sense. Okay. Let's keep going. Spirit guys, how do people feel about group 2's content? Okay. We have I was going to say 10 of Swords, but 10 of Wands. So there's someone who saw your struggle and saw that that you've come up, you've upgraded. What's the word? You have grown up. Yeah. You definitely have grown up, and someone in your life or from your past who didn't believe in you is definitely jealous of your content, and this person could definitely be looking at your content. Even if they didn't support you in the past or didn't clap for you or give you your flowers or anything, they're looking at your content. Okay. So that's one message for somebody. And then another message is that, remember I said like you guys, either I'm hearing you could talk fast because I feel like I'm talking really fast, but some of you guys could talk fast in your videos, or like you could move really fast in your videos, or you could do things really quickly or change up things really quickly to where like some people can't keep up with your content. But it kind of keeps people on the edge of their seats because it's like they want to know what's going to happen next. Yeah, Page of Swords. You could be someone who is releasing something new, and you're hinting at this. You're letting your viewers know that you're going to be releasing something soon, but you're maybe only sharing bits and pieces of it, and you're not really sharing all of it yet. Like I said, maybe for one or two of you, not everybody. But yeah, definitely what you share intrigues people and makes people very curious about your content. And yeah, you're so magnetic, man. Wow. And then we got a suspended person. This is gonna be a long video, y'all. So I hope y'all getting something out of it. um, yeah, you're definitely on people's minds. You can have people dreaming about you. You can have people dreaming about whatever content you post. People could be dreaming about like if you're a hairstylist or a nail tech, or you do something, or you provide some type of services, the people that consume your content like online or social media, they could be having dreams about you doing their hair, or you doing their nails, or you doing their tattoos or something like that. That's cool. But yeah, you're heavily on people's minds. Okay, so we have heavy water signs, earth signs, fire signs, and air signs. I think everybody's here. All right, group 2. That was cool. Interesting. All right, so let's get into it for group 3. This is your card here. Okay. So for you guys, your content may be relating to something within your household, or relating to houses, or relating to furniture or something. Maybe for one or two of you, not everybody. Yeah. I'm hearing artwork also. Some of you guys could paint or draw. I think this is coming from group one also. You could be coming from group one. You could be an animal lover, or you could do something like your content could relate to animals in some type of way, or your content could be very excuse me, your content could be something that's very nurturing and emotionally supportive for other people. I'm hearing like emotionally support. What was it? Emotional support animal. So it's like you could be people's emotional support through social media. And I'm getting like you could be someone who shares content on social media relating to like emotional support, emotionally nurturing others, or you could be someone who does this for work. You have your own business where you're a life coach, spiritual life coach. You're in the spiritual community in some type of way. You're a therapist, counselor. Some of you, or maybe one of you, could work closely with kids also. Okay. You can do something relating to sleep, or maybe for one of you, you could be like a massage therapist or something. I'm hearing a speech therapist. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting. I'm getting you could be a Pisces, or Pisces could be in your chart somewhere. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. How do people feel about group three's content? Ninth house, Gemini, Sun. Okay. So you're definitely someone who is cerebral. You're intellectual. You could be someone who's philosophical. You could like to discuss ideas or discuss different things. You could discuss different things with people on social media. So maybe for one of you, you could be someone who's very interactive with your viewers on social media, and they really like that. And whatever content you share is very eye-opening for people, and um, you're teaching people something that they didn't know before. Okay. So you could be a Leo, a Gemini, or a Sagittarius. Okay. Yeah, definitely one of you could work with children. You could be a school teacher in some type of way. You could be a youth counselor or camp counselor or something. Okay. But it's like you are, I'm hearing your people's safe space. Like people feel safe to share their emotions with you um in some type of way. Like I said, like I feel like one or two of you guys are interactive with people on social media, or your content gives people the ability to interact with you in some type of way. I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. All right, let's keep on. Spirit team, how do people feel about group three's content? How do people feel about group three's content? Okay, Nightingale. So more air sign energy here. So yeah, definitely what your content involves is you speaking. I heard you could have an interactive website, or you're working on building some type of interactive website. You could have a fan page, and like this is where your your viewers and consumers are able to speak with you or keep in contact with you or something. I don't know. Spirit guys, how do people feel about group three's content? Okay, we have the Phoenix. It's powerful energy here. So I'm here. You could uplift people's spirits. Yeah, you're very uplifting. Your content could be positive. You could be her. You could be a music artist, but you also could be like a motivational speaker, or you could do like affirmation videos or something that makes people feel better about themselves. Okay. And like I'm hearing you can help people find their voice with the content that you create or the products or services that you provide. Like I said, you could be a speech therapist. I'm here for one of you. You could be like a vocal teacher. What's the word? How do you say that, y'all? Vocal teacher, a vocal coach. That's what it is. Thank you, God. One of y'all could be a vocal coach or something like that. One of you could sing, be a singer in some type of way. Your voice could be very soothing. I'm thinking about like Janae Aiko. I'm thinking about Snow Allegra. Like just very gentle, soft voices, but very powerful at the same time. Okay. So one of y'all could be a Pisces. I think I said that already. Pisces or Virgo. All right, let's keep going. Spirit team, how do people feel about group three's content? 7 of Wands. I'm hearing that song, I Got the Power. So yeah, you make people feel more powerful in some type of way also. Definitely a teacher. You definitely share some type of information that people don't know about with your content. Even if you provide some type of services, like if you're a massage therapist or speech therapist, vocal coach or something, like you're providing information that's very helpful and useful for other people. So guys, how do people feel about group three's content? All right, we have the Chariot. I'm here. You could encourage people to speak their truth more. You could encourage people to talk about their challenges and their tough experiences. You could encourage people to share their testimonies. So you could be someone who's religious or spiritual or something, but you can encourage people to like share their backstories about how far they've come. Okay. Because like I'm thinking about like this nightingale is such a small bird, and then a phoenix is a mythical bird. I believe it's like the bird sets himself on fire and rebuilds itself even bigger and stronger from its own ashes. It's very like powerful spiritual situation going on there. So it's like you go from the nightingale, the little bird who has a voice, and then you transform into the phoenix, which is a very big, strong, beautiful, mythical bird. Also, okay. Hope you guys are understanding my metaphors here, okay? But I'm hearing your content could have people have like spiritual awakenings, okay? Or you could be a catalyst to people starting their spiritual journey or something. So, guys, how do people feel about group three's content? And y'all only take it if it resonates. If not, you can try another group if this doesn't resonate. Okay, we have Knight of Swords. You guys also could be some type of like sports coach, or yeah, you could coach sports or something. You could be some type of coach for sure. But you also could excuse me, you also could be someone, what am I trying to say? It's like you could also be a mentor. So you could have mentees who look up to you, who are maybe starting their own business or who are trying to make a name for themselves, who are trying to use their voice in some type of way. And you could be someone who directs these people to their purpose or to their destiny. You can help people change things around. You can encourage people to move or explore new environments, things like that. This is so interesting, y'all. Spirit team, how do people feel about group three's content? We have the Emperor. Yeah. Emperor is very powerful energy. People respect you, respect your content. Excuse me. You help people create a balance within their mindset and within their lifestyle or within whatever ideas they have. Like you help people create some type of focus for what they're trying to do or what goals or plans they have. You help people create some type of focus. Interesting. We have 2 knights here. Knight of Cups, Spirit guys, how do people feel about group three's content? All right, yeah, 10 of Swords. Yeah, you guys, your viewers or consumers have definitely been through some things, very tough things. They could be people who feel like an outcast or feel left out in some type of way, and you make them feel welcome, you make them feel accepted, you make them feel seen. Okay. And like people really love this because yeah, like I said, if they're the black sheep, they're not getting the support that they need from, you know, the people they grew up with or their family members or people around them. So it's like whatever you do, like you're really, like I said before, you're people's safe space and people appreciate that. And then we have 3 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm hearing like if you have like a regular, not I shouldn't say regular, but if you have like a 9 to 5 quote unquote job, um one of your one of your consumers could be from your job. Okay, like if you work a 9 to 5 or whatever time schedule you work during the day, and then you have a social media account or you have a social media presence online, you could have one of your coworkers or maybe 2 of your coworkers who know about your content and who are viewing your content and who enjoy your content. So I don't know if I don't know if you know that you have coworkers who are fans of you or not, but yeah, for sure you have at least 1 or 2 coworkers that view your content, or 1 or 2 coworkers that are your clients or customers or something. Okay. Yeah. And I'm hearing like you have loyal customers, you have loyal consumers, loyal viewers because of like the impact you have on them. Interesting. Wow. Very powerful energy, group 3. Okay. So you have heavy Cancer, heavy Aries, heavy air signs, uh, fire signs, and water signs. Everybody's here. And earth signs. I don't know if I said that. Alrighty. Let's keep going. We got group 4. Group 4. What's the back of this say? So, your content may involve partnership. You could have an online business with your spouse or like with your romantic partner, with your life partner. If that's not the case, you could have a business partnership with someone and your content is relating to you and your business partner. It could be that one of you could be behind the scenes and the other person could be online or in front of the camera doing the videos, and then there could be another person like behind the scenes that's like recording or that's coming up with the ideas, and the other person can be the one executing the ideas on camera or on screen or something. I don't know why I'm getting at, y'all, but yeah. Yep. So if that's not the case, you could be someone where your content has involves you inviting guests onto your platform. So you could be someone who interviews people, or you could have a podcast or something like that. And yeah, you do something where you're collaborating with at least one person. So whether you have started your own social media or your own content, um, or you have started your content or business or whatever involving someone else. Just take whatever resonates. I hope I'm making sense, y'all. Um, you could attract like different types of viewers from like different ethnic backgrounds. You could attract different types of consumers or viewers from different ethnic backgrounds, from different countries, things like that. All right, just take it if it resonates. You could be a Libra or a Scorpio is what I heard. Spirit guys, how do people view group 4's content? How do people feel about group 4's content? All right, so we got Aries, 7th house, And I believe this is Neptune. One of y'all could be coming from group 3. I believe that was the group 3. Yeah, one of y'all could be coming from group 3. So, yeah, definitely for one of you, your content is relating to involving at least one more person in your content, or there could be, if you're creating something, like if you're creating products or providing services or something, you could have at least one person, one or two people that are working closely with you to create this content or provide these services. Okay. Your content could be something that is spiritual. It could be something that is eccentric, but your content brings all types of people together who enjoy the same thing. I know that can sound a little cliche, but I feel like your content is very specific to you and specific to your creativity. So it's like nobody does it like you. Nobody has a podcast like you. Nobody performs like you do. Nobody gets the ideas like you have. And it's like you're so different and unique. But at the same time, you're popular. Yeah, you're definitely popular and you're very relatable to all different walks of life, to all different ethnic backgrounds. You could be an Aries, a Libra, or a Pisces. Hmm. There's people who view your content who want to be your friend. Or if you like invite people on your show or invite people to work with you or collaborate with you or something, it's like they don't want to leave and they want to continue working with you, or they want to be a guest again on your show or something like that. Okay, just take what resonates. Let's keep going, Spirit Team. How do people feel about Group 4's content? How do people feel about Group 4's content? Okay, so we have the elk. The elk. Yeah, definitely one of you, like your content could involve spirituality or could involve like talking about different topics that are taboo. I heard that are far fetched. Um, but your content can involve things or products or whatever that people are not used to. Yeah. So it's like you could combine two things or three things together that people wouldn't think go together, but it actually does go together and it works well because of the type of ideas that you have, because of your brilliant mind and like your unique way of doing things. Yeah. You're definitely a leader. People see you as a leader. So, guys, how do people feel about Group 4's content? Wow. Okay, and we have the wolf. So we have very powerful animals here. We got the elk and the wolf, and then we got the same colors here. So you're someone who's very passionate. You can invoke passion out of people, or like people feel the passion that you have for the content that you create, or the content that you provide for them, or the products or services that you provide for people. It's like people can feel the passion and the energy from that, but it's grounded also. Wow, that's so interesting. You could be someone who has two sides to you, where you're very passionate when you feel like it, or you're passionate when it calls for passion, and then you're down to earth, like when you feel like being down to earth and chill and lay back. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I know I keep saying definitely. Sorry, y'all. Your content could also be something that is very dualistic. So sometimes your content or your products or services can talk about or involve one thing on one side of the spectrum, and then your products, services, or whatever it is that you put out there is on another side of the spectrum. but people like it. That's what I'm heavily getting. Yeah. The content could be very intense. The content could be a little scary or intimidating to some. And I feel like it's intimidating to the people that come across your content who are not as open minded as you are. Okay. But the people who are just as open minded as you definitely appreciate it. So, guys, how do people feel about group four's content? Four of Cups. That's funny. It's like you are not boring. Like the content you share is not boring at all. Okay. So it's like if I'm thinking about like on TikTok. So if someone is scrolling on TikTok and they come across your video, or like people are scrolling on TikTok and then they're looking at a video and they're like, oh, boring. And they scroll up and they look at another video, oh, boring. And they scroll up and then they get to your video and then they start watching the first like 5 seconds of it. And they're like, oh, this is interesting. What is this about? And then they keep watching it. And then it's like they're intrigued by whatever the content is. Yeah. So it's like your content is exciting. Your content is never boring. So guys, how do people feel about group four's content? Yeah, like I said, we got the Tower. Very unexpected, but very powerful. Yeah, very powerful. You make people feel involved. You make people feel connected to you. Like the part of themselves that doesn't feel understood or that feels like an outcast, they feel connected because of whatever content you share, because of whatever products or services you provide. Ooh, okay, this fell out. Page of Pentacles. You could also be someone maybe who has a podcast with your spouse or with your romantic partner, or you could have a podcast or you do something with someone of the opposite gender. Okay. And people like that contrast. Yeah, something with contrast here for you guys, group four. Whatever you do or whatever content you have or artwork you have or whatever is very contrasting. And it could be contradicting, but it just works. It works really well. So, guys, how do people feel about group four's content? Yeah, justice. And that talks about balance. All right, y'all just keep confirming my messages here. It's like it's a unique balance of energy with whatever content you provide or whatever services that you offer. The Hermit. Did I say that? I don't know. I think I said that in one of my other um one of my other groups that you could be a teacher, so you could be coming from whatever that group that was. I don't remember. I think it was group 1 or 2. I don't remember. But you definitely could be a teacher. People look up to you. You're a wise soul. I heard you're a wise artist. So one of you could be an artist. You could share your artwork. You could sell your artwork in some type of way. So guys, how do people feel about group four's content? Wow, a lot of powerful energy here. A lot of heavy Scorpio here too. Libra, heavy Scorpio, heavy Virgo. Wow. Yeah. Um yeah, whatever your content is or artwork you have, it makes people make some type of major decision for themselves or some type of major change within their life. You could lead them to some type of major change or some type of epiphany about themselves or about the type of content you share. And then we got Five of Swords here. Let me get one more. So, guys, how do people feel about group four's content? Yeah. So we have Queen of Swords. So you could speak the truth. You could talk about, like I said, you could talk about or mention taboo topics. Whatever services or products you provide could be taboo. But there could be some people who may feel a little jealous or taken aback by your content or your services or your products because they are someone who didn't think about doing this themselves, or they didn't even think whatever you do is possible. So you got them like thinking about things a little differently now. Wow. Okay. You can't really see this. But so yeah, like I said, heavy Libra, Virgo, Scorpio. We got air signs, earth signs, water signs here. All right, group 4. That was your reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.